With the presidential election now less than a year away, new polls released over the weekend showed Democratic President Joe Biden trailing Republican frontrunner Donald Trump in multiple key swing states. But additional findings from the New York Times and Siena College polls released on Monday showed that Trump's support in some swing states would erode by about 6%, a potentially election-deciding amount if he were to be convicted in criminal charges against him. Sarah Renfrey is a professor of political science at Northern Arizona University.
Right now, Trump has 91 indictments, and recent polling shows that, over 60% of Americans want to have a trial before the election. Whether or not that happens, we don't know. The fundraising for the Republican base has been favorable. The indictments have actually helped President Trump, but again, his favorability has declined because of the indictments.
But Brooke Simpson, a professor of history at Arizona State University, says the indictments may have had as much impact as they're going to have.
The indictments have already had their effect. They are, for one thing, taking up a great deal of the former president's time and energy, and the various trials are giving him opportunities to say things that perhaps his lawyers would not like him to comment on. In some cases, some of his supporters may not want to hear. The real question is whether any of these indictments and these trials turn into anything more than that, because the indictments also feed a Trump narrative of they're out to get me, and I'm the person protecting you, and this is part of the swamp.
Polls released on Sunday showed Trump, who is the frontrunner for the Republican nomination in the 2024 election, leading in Arizona, Georgia, Michigan, Nevada, and Pennsylvania, with Biden ahead in Wisconsin. Biden defeated Trump in all 6 of those states in 2020, while polls assessing the national popular vote have consistently showed Biden and Trump in a close race. Presidential elections typically are decided by the outcomes in a handful of swing states. Biden likely would need to carry many of those states again in 2024 to win re-election.